Hey, it's Brian, your Gen X storyteller, back with episode number 2 of Writing the Game. This is the video series I'm doing as I'm creating the Mechcraft tabletop role-playing game in real time. I'm inviting you all to come along with me on the journey. I'm going to make a series of videos on how I'm doing this. There's a lot of ways to make these games. I'm going to walk you through how I'm doing it because, I don't know, it should be fun. I thought it'd be cool. And last week we discussed the background and the how I got there, what I did to get Mechcraft to the point of being able to have a tabletop role-playing game, and the fact that Storytellers Forge is going to publish the game. They invited me in, and it's a whole thing. So go back and watch that first video if you haven't seen it yet. This video, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. Now it's time to discuss the setting and the people and the population and the locales. So for Mechcraft, it's going to be pretty easy because the story is set in modern-day Los Angeles. Now, that's the setting. The setting is Earth, Los Angeles. But, of course, for the game, I'm expanding upon that. I'm making it flexible enough that players can set it in any city they wish. It's going to start with Earth, the population, of course, humans. But there will probably be some added things because Mechcraft eventually goes beyond just Earth, and there are other dimensions, and that we'll get into as the game develops. So we got Earth, we've got the people, we got some of them have superpowers with the Mechcraft ability. Now, as far as getting deeper, going from macro to micro, within that setting, there are going to be factions that are at odds with each other. That's how it is in the story. There's 3 warring factions that are conducting a secret war in Los Angeles, and for the game I am expanding upon that. Sure, there's the original 3, but for this game I've added 3 more. Each faction, is has their own motives, has their own desires and goals, and players can align with that faction depending on how they want to play their characters. So if they are, want to be sort of like the standard good guy hero, they probably lean towards Phalanx. If they are strategic and militaristic, they're going to want to be Gauntlet. If they are ruthless and maybe even a little bit fanatical, they may want to be in the Hunter faction. And then there's 3 more that I'm adding that all have that sort of, separate leaning, and some factions can work together on missions and some cannot. So it'll be up to the game master to decide that and tell the players, look, you've all got to be from the same faction, or we can do this thing where you work together with different factions. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Now, next video, we're going to get into the mechanics, and this is where my son and I are going to work together. In fact, we're going to start later this week of the combat systems. Mechcraft is very unusual in that the characters can summon forth the liquid metal technology, and form it with their minds into weapons and tools. And so I can't have their standard, oh, your sword does this much damage, or your gun does this much damage. It's going to be different. We're going to have to be very flexible and very different in how we approach the mechanics of it and the damage they can do and the tasks that the Mechcraft can do. So that should be a very interesting video. I will come back with the next one with the results of what he and I came up with, and I'm looking forward to that. Meantime, go back and watch the other video. Thank you for coming along this journey, and I look forward to the next. Have a great week.